Hey YouTube, it's me, Jen, your Pudgy Picker, here at my desk again. I'm going to do a haul, but this is a different kind of haul. You know, there's so many different ways to source nowadays. You have garage sales, thrift stores, auction houses, flea markets, and even a lot of people are buying off of wholesale websites such as Bulk. And a lot of that stuff used to be just reserved for people who were dealers. You had to have a license, you had to jump through all these hoops to order from them or to pick up wholesale or, that kind of lots. There is a store that is open. It's not necessarily, it's in my area, but it's not real close to me. It is on the west side of Cleveland. I believe it is in Lorain, Ohio, on the border, like Lorain, Elyria area, and it is called Price Drop. You can look them up on Facebook just to kind of see. They have pictures and different things that are going on there. They, I believe, are a liquidator for Amazon overstock, returns, all that stuff that you would essentially get at a company like Bulk. It is stuff that is just made, just a huge mass. Lots are gotten rid of and liquidated so that people can move on and buy other merchandise. Now, that being said, they have a very interesting way of pricing their merchandise. They are closed on Wednesday, but Sunday they have everything in these big, like, cage-like bins that you can dig in. And everything in the store is $7. Now, what they do is they start off with fresh merchandise available that Saturday. And then Sunday, they drop down to, I believe, $5. So each day, they're going down incrementally. Not $1 each time, but I went today, which is Thursday, and their items were $1 a piece. Now, you got to figure, if you want a good selection, you want to go early, you want to go on the first day. I have never been on the first day, just haven't got around to it. Usually I hit it. I think I hit a Tuesday. Let's see, you have, oh gosh, you know what? It's just, I'm going to look this up on my computer while I'm sitting here, because I think it's really interesting to get that view. So today I went, like I said, it was Thursday and everything was $1. Now tomorrow is Friday and everything is a quarter. So you figure they're marking it down incrementally, and then by the time they get tomorrow to the evening, they probably just throw out whatever's left over and then bring out all new merchandise and then start again. So this is a really cool way of doing it. It's essentially just like it's like an unfinished, allotment inside of like a little strip mall. Just cement floors, very basic inside. In the front, they have their offices and then the checkout area. They also have an area when you first come in that is literally big garbage cans full of the big IKEA blue bags. So what you do is you come in, you grab a bag, and you go and you start digging. So it was a lot of fun to go. Here it is. I'm looking it up now. It's called Price Drop. It says Price Drop Discount Shop, open 9 to 6 every day except Wednesday. Come check us out. So right on the header of their Facebook, it says Saturday everything is $7, and they continue to bring out new stock. And then also on Sunday it's $6, and they're still bringing out new stock. And then Monday it's $4. Tuesday they're $3. Wednesday they're closed. Thursday, like today, $1. And Friday it's a quarter. Now you got to figure everything, you get a really good selection and things are more expensive and not as picked over the earlier in this stretch that you do. Mine, when I went in there today, I found some good stuff. I found some interesting things to resell. But of course, there are some things that just look like absolute so picked over, scratched, torn, out of bags, just beat all to heck. So you got to figure, you plan when you're going to go. I happened to be in that neck of the woods today and said, what the heck, I'll stop in. So I stopped in real close to 9 when they opened. There was a decent amount of people in there. It's funny because they had some items that, like, if the package is open and something falls out, like one lady was like, I have these 3 things and it's missing one. If anybody sees the other one, could you give it to me? And then about 10 minutes later, somebody goes, I found it. And then the person was excited and they were laughing. So, I mean, it's this funny camaraderie. I don't think you see this camaraderie on the weekends, but you definitely see it on Dollar Day. So I did pick up 20 items. I think I got 2 books, and the lady said, that's just one. So $19 or 19 items. I paid like 20 and some change for the tax, of course. So you might want to look this up. I mean, if you don't live in this area, you can just pull up the pictures, and then they have like each day, shop with us today, it's this amount of money. And then they will also do photos. They do have clips of like when people came in. This place has only, I guess, been open for like a couple of months, if that. I did hear about it because my husband's best friend lives close to there and was hearing about it from his workmates and came in. So I know I'm 6.5 minutes in, and I want to show you what I got. Because essentially, if I would have went to the dollar store, yeah. So pretty good. So if you get a chance to look it up, it's Price Drop, and then underneath it says at Price Drop Discount Shop. So yeah, take a look at it, see some of the pictures. And something else that they do that's really cool, I know I'm going on and on, is they'll pick, like, if they have 1 or 2 really, really good items, they'll do like a drawing on the weekend. So if you go in on a Saturday or Sunday and you shop, you can fill out a little paper and then put it in a bin, and then they pick the winner. And then when that person comes in to pick it up, they take a picture. Like, I think 1 week it was a drone, still in the box, new. So some of this stuff, if I do resell it, it won't be able to be sold as new because the boxes are mixed up and beat up. So, and I guess it's like anything else. If I went somewhere and this stuff's $1, I'm going to take the chance. I did have a time to look up a few things, but this, and you'll see a lot of them are in these packages, and then they have this number, which is probably, I guess, like an Amazon number or something. And this is a new wind chime. And then on the paddle it says, choose happiness, whatever you decide to do, make sure it makes you happy. So I'm glad this was in a bag. If you see something and it's obviously in a bag and it's taped, you're not supposed to open bags, but by Dollar Day, they can't keep track of that. But I figured since this was still in a bag and people saw what it was and they decided not to get it, it's not going to be damaged or beat up. We'll see. But for $1, and essentially this size, I could probably sell this in my booth for $14 to $16. So this in itself takes care a lot of what I spent. I did get 2 of these items. One is in a box, I think, in the other bag. But these are kind of cute. They sell in my booth. And it's got this brass finish. Isn't that cool? So this is a timer. I don't think it's an hour. It's probably, I would say, like a 10-minute timer. You can time these. Of course, they're different sizes or different times. But the hour ones are pretty big. So this is probably like a 10-minute one. So isn't that cool? So I'll probably put that in my booth for, I would say, probably $14, $16. Pretty cool, huh? So the first 2 items I've already made a profit. They do have, I think the first time I went they had food. Not sure how I feel about that. And then they have things that I can use for my business, like this big package. And this is poly mailing bags. Now, I usually buy these when I get my discount code, since I have a store on eBay. But these are an interesting size that I do not have. So a couple were sticking out of the bag. Ooh, excuse me. I didn't mean burp. I wasn't paying attention. So this is the size they are. And let's see, I have a little tape measure. I don't have ones this size. Mine are bigger than this. So this is pretty much 9 by 12. So that's a pretty cool size if I'm going to be shipping something that can, this might be good for, a skein of yarn or something that's, it's not going to get squished or broken, but look how many are in here. So there's probably 100 in there. And these aren't necessarily expensive, but they're more expensive than $1. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I use that for my business. Another item that I can use for my business that I came across is these. Now these are more of a, I guess I don't know how to explain it, more of a crisp plastic. And then they have the resealable tab where you peel that off and then you fold it down. This is the perfect size for after I get my clothing tops pictured, and then I fold them up and put them in these, and then I put them in bins. So when it comes time to ship them, I can take the item out and stick it in a poly bag, and off it goes. So yeah, there's at least, it says baking. So these could even be, these are probably even food safe, I would say. And these are probably, I don't know, 14 by 12 or something that size. So there's a decent amount in there. So again, this is something else I can use for my business. This is an item I picked up, and I wasn't sure if I was going to resell this or if I was just going to go ahead and use it. I've seen these before, and these are, they call them like vacuum seal, compression bags. So you don't use a vacuum for these. As you can tell, they're used for travel. You put your item inside and you close it, and then you're able to roll it up to squeeze all the air out. And then, of course, you can fit more in your suitcase. There are, I believe, 8 pieces in here. 28 by 20, and then also 4 of the 24 by 16. So that's pretty cool, huh? So that's what they look like. So I'll do my research on these, and they're probably not worth a huge amount, but I may use them for myself. So that's it for the first bag. The second bag is much bigger. I'm kind of surprised that they do bags. I'm thinking eventually, like everywhere else, they might just go ahead and say, at this point, you need to bring your own bags, which, hey, that's going to save them money, and thus they'll make more money, so that's cool. Some things are in boxes, and it will say sometimes, like this one, it does, it's cup something with lid. It's not in English. So this I'm probably going to keep for myself. This will be great when I go garage sailing this summer. This is a Sendastar. It is a metal resealable water bottle. Nice big one. This will be good when I go garage sailing. Bring my watcher. So that's in there, and then it's in this, and then it's in the box. So, I think a lot of people, they start to kind of open it up and they're like, oh, I know what that is. I'm not going to bother. Other things, they do have certain things, like they'll have curtains or like couch covers, that kind of thing. And people completely just open those up. And then at that point, you have no idea what they go to. This does come with a straw, and it also has a straw cleaner. Pretty cool. So there's that for $1. When I went last time, which was probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, they had just the Ninja lids. Go ahead and open this up now that I got it home. They had the SIP Ninja lids, which I went ahead and I have already, I think, listed those. So they have 2 more. Actually, I think there's 3 of the lids in here. And then for the Nutra Ninja. And these are, I believe, the actual ones. So there's 2 of them in here. They've never been out of the container. See, that's a nice thing when they have it in plastic, that you can kind of see what it is. Because sometimes stuff like this, if it comes out of the bag and then people are digging in it, it gets all scarred and beat up. So yeah, so there's 2 of those plus 3 lids. So those will be listed on eBay. So put those aside. These, they had a lot of, I guess it's like anything. Like if you go on bulk, they have, you know, they kind of bin it a certain way, you know. And this one had a lot of pet stuff. So this came in a bag, and then it's in this bag. So that'll be easy for reselling. These are Pettico, I think, something like that. They are the little boots for your dog. I'm not sure what these are going to be worth, but these will probably go online. At $1, you can't really go wrong. There were a few things that I did look up, and they weren't going for a lot. And, you know, if there's certain pieces, parts, and they got charger cords and all this other stuff, if you really don't know what it is and you can't really figure it out, then it's hard to resell because you don't know who's going to want it. This has a couple of those, the battery operated like branches that have the little LED lights. So I thought this would be good to put in a vase or something and resell it. So not too bad at $1. If you go to any of the craft stores or something, these can be quite expensive. So I thought that would be nice. Another one of those is this 100 LED. Let me take that one out of the bag too. Copper wire string lights. These are also battery operated. There was a lot of these that were out of the package and like everywhere. So yeah. So this has bendable copper wire, build and shape the way you want, waterproof string lights, both for indoor and outdoor use, etc., etc. So what is that? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's even got a remote. So yeah, I thought these would be cool for me to also put in a vase or do something with for the purpose of reselling. I think this one is the other hourglass. They're called hourglasses, but this isn't an hourglass. Hourglasses are much bigger. This one is like a dark wood. So pretty cool. So this one will probably go in my booth for, I would say, 8 to 10. It's not as nice as the other one, and it's wood, not metal. So that was another good find. These I thought would be awesome for eBay. These are Sonic replacement brush heads. They still are new in the package, and then they're in a bag. So I went ahead and got these. There are, it has the number on them, and it says compatible with, so it has the information on there. So they're easy to look up. They did have some ones that look slightly different than this, and they were individually packed in tubes, but there was no numbers or anything on them, so I had no idea. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of those. This one appears to be open, so I probably will not sell those. But not too bad. I mean, even if they only sell for like, you know, $5, $4.99 a piece, that still is a definite good pickup. These, I don't know, my internet was just not real good there. So I went ahead and got this bag. There are 2 of these still in the bag. And this one is actually open though. And on the bag it says 2 replacement filters for Bissell set, and then it has numbers after it. So I will be able to look those up and sell them. If they don't go for much, then that's fine too. The 2 books I got, a lot of their books are in plastic, some are not. Most of them are, because otherwise these things would just get totally beat up. This one is Barron's, the leader in test preparation, AP Physics 1 and 2. I did look this up, and it was worth picking up. So, I mean, that's in really good condition. You figure if it's not in a bag, it would get so dog-eared, nobody would want it. And then this one is Remar Reviews, Quick Facts for NCLEX. It evidently is a nursing program of some sort. And it's not a very thick book, but I did look this up, and it was going for a decent amount. Not super expensive, but definitely worth picking it up for $1. Here's the rest of my bag. Here's another item I did look up. These are going for $10 to $12. They are LG refrigerator filters for when you make ice. They are both closed and sealed, and they have all the numbers on them. So again, that's easy. I mean, this is stuff I don't normally source. I mean, I do sell on eBay, so if I do find something that is still in the package, has numbers on it, sure, why not? I'll pick it up. This is another battery-operated LED string light. This also has the copper wire. So again, I can use those for something to resell. I do use a lot of light bulbs in things that I sell, either regular light bulbs, or these happen to have the small, almost like the night light size, but these are LED ones. Look at that. So I will hang on to these, and I will use them in, I don't know, there's stained glass lamps and other things that have these. I don't know what wattage these are equal to. And of course, they all fall out of the packaging when I take them out. So yeah, I figured that was definitely worth picking up. They are, Albrillo is the brand. So yeah, that was a pretty good pickup. I mean, usually if I need this kind of, that kind of size, I get a package of the night light bulbs at the dollar store, and they're not as nice as these, and same price. I did get this. I was thinking I might use this for myself, but I'm not sure. It is a blank book. It's not actually blank. It just has a, today I'm grateful for, today I will try and focus on. So I guess you do part of this in the morning and then part of this at night. So I kind of thought that was cool, like a gratitude journal. So we could all use that. And the last item I got, I did look this up. A lot of them were coming from China, so a lot of people like to order where they know they're going to get it much faster. And I knew what this was because my daughter needed one at one point for her cat. So what it is it is Welcome to Simply Pets Online. And it has the paperwork on how to use it. And it's still in the box. The box isn't too beat up. So what this is it's called a puzzle feeder. If you have a dog or a cat that goes to eat their food and just like eats it up really fast and then it makes them sick or whatever, this, you just put their food in here and then they have to work to get it out. So I thought that was kind of cool. These are going for, I don't know, $15 to $18 on eBay. And I figured since it was still in the box, that should be pretty easy to ship it. So that's the last item that I got. So yeah, you know, always be checking your area and looking around, because you never know when people are opening up these kind of places. This is actually a great idea. Like if you live somewhere where you could, you know, have even like a huge truck and drive to one of these places and pick up all this stuff and then have this kind of business. I think it's really cool, and I think it's an awesome idea. The manager was not there this time. He was there last time I was there. I spoke to him briefly and I explained my YouTube channel, and I said I would really like to maybe do some filming. I have a GoPro, and maybe just to show people kind of what I'm picking up. And I said, would that be okay? And I could probably get away with doing it, but I don't know. I just felt in the mood to ask, and he said, I don't really see a problem with that, but I will ask the other managers because we all kind of decide things together. And I said, well, next time I'm in, I'll ask for you his name. I got his name, so I know who he was, but he wasn't there today. And I thought that would be cool. Maybe take you guys on a ride along. I know you're getting used to my my Savor ride along, so it would kind of be cool to go to a whole different place to source. So yeah, so we'll see how that pans out. I don't think this is a place, I mean, if I live near this place, I would probably go there a lot more, but I have so much stuff that I've sourced that I need to list and sell, etc. So it's not a huge priority for me to get out there a couple times a week. But definitely it was fun. I was literally there an hour and 35 minutes, and the place wasn't even totally full. I mean, as they start to sell down, they go through and take out empty bags and kind of condense it down. But they don't make everything too deep, so you aren't, digging in there, But my back was not happy by the time I left. The whole time I'm bent over, digging, and like my butt's up in the air, and my back was like, we've had enough. So check your area, see if you can find places like this. And hey, this would even be a good opportunity to have a place. And you could just have it in a warehouse. It doesn't have to be fancy, minimal employees. It's kind of cool. So look around, see if you can find an area like this, or if you want to look up Price Drop in the west side of Cleveland and take a look and see what they have to offer. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Do you have anything like this that's kind of a local deal that you go to, that you source, that not everybody can go to? I'd like to know. So all my social media is down in the description box, as well as my snail mail and other links if you want to follow me. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. And until then, wherever you happen to go, make sure it's happy picking. Bye.